A few years back, I had a job that involved sitting in a remote comms outpost overnight. It wasn't anything glamorous, just monitoring static, logging the occasional blip, and mostly trying not to pass out from boredom. The station was a reinforced trailer packed with outdated equipment sitting alone in the middle of nowhere. Closest thing to civilization was a gas station a couple miles down the road, and even that felt abandoned after midnight. Everyone on the crew wanted this shift. No bosses breathing down your neck, no real work unless something major happened, which it never did. Nights were for kicking back in the chair, staring at the wall, maybe even dozing off if you felt particularly brave. Only real downside? The road leading up to the station cut right past an old cemetery. Small place, barely maintained, mostly forgotten. People said weird things happened there, but people say a lot of things. The company issued a flashlight for the walk and a reminder not to linger near the cemetery too long, something about wild animals. First couple of shifts, I made a habit of shining the beam across the graves just to mess with myself. Sometimes the air seemed to shimmer even after the light moved away, like the dark was reluctant to return. Creepy, but nothing too unsettling. The night it happened started out like any other. Walked in, locked up, took my spot in the chair. Every half hour I had to check in over the radio, let them know I was alive and conscious. Standard procedure. Sometime after my 3 a.m. check-in, something knocked on the side of the trailer. Just a few solid raps, not urgent but deliberate. My first thought? Supervisor doing a surprise check. They'd done it before, creeping up to see if they could catch us slacking. Only, they always peeked in the little reinforced window first, making sure we were inside before knocking. This knock came from the side with no windows. Maybe some drunk from the gas station wandered up here. Bad idea. I wasn't about to open up and play host. Figured if I ignored it, they'd get bored and leave. A few seconds of silence and then scraping. Not against the door, but higher up. Something dragging along the metal, slow and deliberate, from the roof down the side. Too high for a person. Too unnatural in rhythm. Not like an animal clawing, but like something with intent. I told myself it was just a branch. Never mind that there were no trees close enough. Never mind that the sound felt too sharp, too measured. I stayed in my chair, staring at the dark screens, pretending I wasn't listening. Then something shifted. The trailer rocked. Not a gentle sway, but a full-blown jolt. Equipment rattled. My chair rolled an inch. I grabbed the edge of the console, heart hammering. No way in hell an animal did that. Even a bear wouldn't have been able to shake this thing like that. Another jolt. Harder this time. Like something was trying to tip the whole structure over. The radio crackled to life as I scrambled for it, barely able to form words. Some garbled report about an attack, an animal, something. Then silence. No more scraping, no more shaking. Just my own breathing. Too loud, too ragged. I stayed frozen for what felt like forever. Eyes darting between the windows, expecting to see something, anything, move outside. It was the headlights that saved me. A company truck pulling up, two guys jumping out with flashlights calling my name. Took me a second to get my legs to work to unlock the door. Fresh air hit me like a slap, but I didn't care. Just pointed, stammered something about an attack. They swept the area, but whatever had been there was gone. Only thing left? Deep gouges in the metal siding, too far up for a person to reach. A dent near the base, like something had slammed into it with brute force. They told me it was probably a bear. I nodded, wrote the report, went home. Never took a night shift again.